This week, Adam and Alex dive into the latest PS5 news, try to figure out what's going on with PSVR, and discuss why they indeed will be snacking on bugs at launch. All that and more on this week's episode of Play PS5, the podcast. Knock, 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 trick or treat, bitches. It's the night before Halloween and Play PS5 is here to wreck shop. Adam, how are you doing today, man? You're looking great.
Listen, I am feeling great. My caboose is on the loose. And Alex, I got a little surprise for you. Not only did I get laid, but I've got your auntie's panties right here. They're a little big, and I know.
Wait, what's she wearing then?
she's in these. We both fit. So I know obviously this kind of sucks for a podcast because you can't see what we're doing. I am in a coconut bra and a lei, and I have these humongous granny panties. They're kind of like a gag gift. And really they're auntie panties for tonight because that's what his auntie wears. And these are what I take off. And I can only pretty much clean and put these in the washer and maybe a pair of socks, but they're that big.
So the time it takes you to take that all the way off, do you count that into how long like one sexual session takes?
Yeah, I'm still at about 4 minutes.
4 minutes? You got 3 minutes of taking off the
most of the time, that I don't want to get the explicit tag and I don't want demonetized, so I'm going to stop there.
All right. Well, you can't help be explicit when you're looking at those great coconuts you got right there, Adam. Go ahead. Go on YouTube.com if you can't see us and just check out the way Adam's looking. Right now, I'm Sexy Lumberjack Mega Man. That's what I'm doing for Halloween this year.
You look so dumb in that Mega Man, but I love it. Like, I'm jealous of you, but you look stupid.
I thought I looked cool. I was thinking this is my new look for the new year coming up, but now you've got me thinking twice.
Dude, at winter, because those cover the ears, that's how you should roll.
Yeah.
That should, instead of like the furry hats that people like lumberjacks wear the Mega Man.
And then I get one of those cool blue face masks, and I will look like Ninja Mega Man. It's going to look good.
Oh, dang. They're going to be like, oh, don't mess with him. He's going to shoot something off his arm.
They're going to be like, don't mess with him. He's going to steal our power and use it against us.
Whoa.
Or use it against our best friend. Anyways, moving on. Adam, let's just go ahead. It's been a while. What you been playing, man? Oh, that's right, nothing, because you're so dumb you sold your PlayStation 4 like a year ago. How have you been coping? You don't play any video games now. Why are you even on a video game podcast? What are you doing?
Because of all of you fools who are listening to us, you think you're hyped. But when you don't play any game and you're on a gaming podcast that hypes up a next-gen console, and you've been without games for months, yeah, I am hyped more than any of you. I know some of you are going to argue that, but you're not, because you don't know the things I feel. You don't know the things I've seen. I spent $1,500 on a brand new TV to play video games I can't even play. So I got VR system right here in my lap. Can't play it. I got games coming out that scared me because they're you can only play them on the PS4. And I'm like, oh no, I can't play them. But I think I'll be able to in Hitman.
But you need the camera, right? You don't have the camera.
Dude, I can buy, once that camera drops, I'm going to pick one up for $10, make a net profit of at least 20. So
yeah, great. You make a net profit out of buying a camera again.
Hey, I just paid $200 for a PlayStation 5 and not all the fixings, but I did just pay $200 for a PS5. That's pretty good.
Oh, but you sold the PS4, so you can't play your PS4 games in the meantime.
Listen, that is true. Whatever. So you've been playing a game. I haven't been playing anything.
So I'm trying to get myself hyped for Demon Souls. I've been out of practice. I've been out of touch. It's a game that requires skill. So I went and I decided to get the one From Software game that I haven't played. That's Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice or something like that. It's like Bloodborne meets Ninja Gaiden. It's pretty fun. That's it. Adam, do you have any interest in me talking more about this?
Not really, but what I do have interest in is I want to hear from the listeners too, because you have, as of this podcast being recorded, about time you guys listen to it's going to be less, but we have 13 days until launch as of tonight, Alex. You have 13 days. What what game, say there's one game, I mean, maybe if you can fit 2 in, fantastic. But this is your last stretch before you have a whole new book of games to start and begin and play on the new generation of consoles. What are you playing? What are you finishing? What are the priorities gaming-wise for you before you get your PS5?
Well, I don't finish games. You know how that is for me. I just don't have the time for it. Games I'm playing Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I guarantee I will not finish it. I barely finished Demon Souls back in the day when I was in college, and I had time to play video games all day. So we know I'm not finishing Sekiro, but it's fun, so I'm going to play that. Now, talk about games I might actually finish. X-Wing or whatever it's called. Crap, what's it called? That Star Wars game. Star Wars Squadrons for the PSVR. I might finish that because I think it's like 5 hours long and I'm already 2 hours into it. I might finish that. Games I want to finish before the PlayStation comes out, Horizon Zero Dawn. Am I ever even going to touch it and open it? No, because I have fresher games that I want to play. I told myself I would want to finish Horizon Zero Dawn before the new one came out. The new one got delayed, which gives me plenty more time to finish Horizon Zero Dawn. Things I'm not going to touch. I bought it, but I'm not going to touch it. God of War. Because it's coming out on PlayStation Plus collection. I'm hoping I get some kind of a beefy upscaling with that. Other things I'm not going to touch. What's another game coming out on the PlayStation Plus collection?
I hate you. I've been begging you to play virtual reality. It's not even a long game. It's not even on your radar.
That's right. Games I'm not going to touch. Virtual reality. That's one.
Piece of... Okay, so walk me through your process. Why are you going to start playing a game you know you're not going to finish rather than finish a fantastic game, something like an Astrobot, that is a good game, and you just need to finish it? Why not finish the game?
Hey, that's a great idea. I didn't even think about that. I should play Astrobot. I was watching my daughter play PSVR recently, and I thought, she might like Astrobot. Wait, no, I might like Astrobot. And I know I have like 2 hours left in finishing.
And then you kicked her off to PSVR to play for yourself.
It was 2 p.m., and I said, I think it's bedtime. I think it's time to go to sleep.
That's hilarious.
Get back in your room.
That's funny. That's good stuff. Okay, so, I mean, I think you need to finish Astrobot. You keep talking about how good it is, but you can't say that unless you actually finish the game. And then, I just, like, why? You know, is it even phased you, or did you consider just taking a break, not playing any games? Because you know, once the PS5 comes out, especially since we're covering it, we are going to be blasted up the butt with games. We're going to be playing games nonstop.
Yeah, my life is one giant break away from video games, Adam. Every second I'm not playing video games is me upset with whatever's in the way of me playing video games. That could be my kids. That could be my job. That could be my wife. That could be the meal in front of me that I have to eat because I'm hungry. Speaking of meals in front of me, Adam, let's move on to it. What's your gamer juice this week?
Here's the thing. In honor of that, answer to what you just said, I'm gonna get a feeding tube. You can't stop me. I'm playing.
Wait, whatever happened to that catheter I sent you?
Oh, I used it. I used them all. So here's the thing. I made myself a little cocktail here. Well, it doesn't have alcohol in it, so I don't know if technically it's a cocktail, but it is very fancy mineral water. And then I got a little Arnold Palmer in there. So I put some iced tea, made some lemonade. There's a little more Arnold than there is Palmer, but I'm not going to lie. It's pretty good. It's got that kick because of the mineral water. It has just that sweet yet almost bitter taste of the Arnold Palmer. It's very good. Highly recommend. It's called Adam's Recipe. It looks like diarrhea juice, but it tastes fantastic. So I'm going to roll with that tonight.
All right. My gamer juice this week in honor of the holiday is Twix cookies and cream and pumpkin pie Kit Kat. And I got a bunch of them sitting here. So I'm going to be munching on these. And of course, I just got some water. I got soda water, man.
Soda water.
Caffeinated soda water. But here we go. Down that. Let me tell you how this drink tastes. I can't even open it. How do they expect kids on Halloween to open this? A grown man with the power of Mega Man can't even open it.
Dude, I hope I get some of those medicated Skittles, man.
What's that?
They have CBD in them. Gonna get lit? Be like, oh man, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, man.
You're supposed to rub them on your knee.
Have 3 pieces. I don't care. It will be awesome. You got that Burger King? Speaking of, while you're eating that, freaking Burger King, dude. I have played so often, and I will say, I know last week I bragged how I won a Demon Souls, and I was pretty pumped. Alex hasn't won anything of value.
I'm talking about 5 ice cream sundaes aren't of value.
But you still have to buy something to get them?
Pay $1 to get a 50-cent ice cream sundae. That's
so
quite
stupid.
I will say this. That's quite the ripoff. And this is one of the stingiest giveaways I've ever seen. For shame, Burger King. For shame.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not been the best. I've been upset. I've also been mailing in the things to, win, and I haven't even heard anything. So I don't know if I lost.
Maybe
I don't
you
know
won every single time.
I don't know. You would think they would at least send me a thing that's, I've sent one every single day. I should have at least gotten a food coupon, and I haven't heard anything. So I don't know what's going on. Anyhow, so I haven't won anything since then. I've just won fries. I don't, whatever. Freaking Burger King. This is a very stingy giveaway. I was thinking it would be more.
You thought it would be raining PlayStation 5s. You thought it would be coupons, 5% off of a pre-order, 1% off of a purchase, something like that. No, it's none of the above. And here's my question, Adam. Who does it look worse? Which looks worse? The fact that I have played so many times and I've still won nothing, or the fact that I have played the same receipt many, many times and I've won free Sundays off of the same receipt because I'm gaming the system, and I'm still upset that they're not giving me free stuff, even though I'm cheating.
Dude, that's how it is. Although you can't do that anymore because Burger King got wise to it. Now we can't use the same receipts. Here's the thing. With how many times I cheated on that, if I had spent how many entries on Burger King, I easily would have paid $500 worth of Burger King. And I only got a Demon Souls out of it. It's a freaking ripoff. I don't know. I guess that's what you should expect out of a promotion, but whatever. I'm sick of talking about this. Let's talk about actual PS5 news. So here's the thing. We are going to dive into a little, not segment, but a little section here where we're talking about PSVR because there's PSVR news. I think it's important, and we love PSVR, so it's reasonable and stuff for us. So the adapter that you need for your PSVR to work with the PS5 is now available. It is free. You need to sign up. In the description of the podcast, we're going to put the link to that. Really, all you need is your address, all that stuff, and then the serial number on the box of your PSVR, which I found to be pretty annoying. I'm not going to lie, because I was at work and I was like, oh, I'll just punch this in real quick. Then I was like, oh, you need the serial number. And then I waited to get home and then I forgot. So
also, I was home when I found out. It is very hard to get to that serial number, especially if your box is hooked up. Like mine's hooked up and it's pretty accessible, but getting back there and seeing it, the numbers are real small, and I have pretty good eyesight, and I still couldn't see it. I had to take a picture with my phone and blow it up so that I could see it. And then I finally type it in, and the website was down, and it tells me, no, you can't do this. You got to call Sony. I'm not about to call Sony. I'm giving you my serial number. But what this leads me to believe, Adam, is that these are going to be hot items because you can't just get a bunch of them. Only people with serial numbers can get them.
Yeah.
I have an old PlayStation VR unit. I'm going to get 2 of them. I'm going to call my family, people I know that have them, say, hey, you're not getting a PS5. Let me get you clipped. I'm going to go on eBay, make a new currency. Then pretty soon people are going to say, that house is going to cost 2.5 PlayStation 5 PSVR camera adapters. Things like that.
And it's kind of bulky. I don't know if you saw the pictures of it, but it's not small. I'm like, really?
Is it just like you plug in and then that plugs into the back of the PlayStation 5?
I don't exactly know what plugs you put it in and out. I haven't seen anyone with it plugged in. I just saw the actual picture of the adapter, and I just don't understand why that's even the case. I don't know. Whatever. That's a whole different discussion. But if you have a PSVR and you want to play PSVR, or you want to buy half of Alex's house, buy it, use it as currency, use it for your VR, and then you're going to be a happy little boy or girl.
They say it's the next Bitcoin.
Wow. And that went over well until it crashed. So the CEO mentions in an article that virtual reality is years away from being pretty much gaming mainstream and like just essentially a big part of gaming, which do you read much into this, Alex? I mean, at first that's obviously disheartening to a VR fan because you're like, well, that doesn't give us hope for PSVR 2. And then just in general, like, are they lukewarm on VR in general? Like, what are your thoughts when you hear that?
So it sounds like, okay, I got a couple of thoughts. Let me try to sort this out. First off, I want to say I was on the Full Dive Gaming podcast with our boy Jay Brat. It's a VR podcast. And I talked about some of this stuff a little bit then. I'll rehash it here. So if you've been following the PC VR scene, you know that Oculus has this, they're owned by Facebook. And now Facebook has this stupid thing where you have to have a Facebook account to be able to play games on your Oculus. It's the dumbest thing in the world, and it's got people upset, and people are wanting to leave the Oculus ecosystem. What that means is that now there is a space that somebody can occupy and take some of that market share. The Oculus Quest is something everybody wants, but now people are moving away from it because of this whole Facebook deal. If Sony wanted to get back into the PS or the VR space, if they made a competitor to the Oculus Quest, and they have like an Oculus Link type thing that connects to the PlayStation 5, they would be eating everybody's lunches. Sony had a VR system with this half-assed tracking system from the PlayStation 3 era, and they had the best-selling VR headset of the generation. It was wildly successful compared to what they thought it was going to be. I don't know. It sold like, what, 5 million units or something like that? Pretty damn good. It's like 10% of the PlayStation 5 market. No other peripheral probably has had that level of success. Beat the hell out of the Kinect, beat the hell out of the PlayStation Move system. I'd like to think they made a profit off of it. You know, they're still making games for it. They had to have gotten some kind of return on it, and they can keep their foot in that marketplace. So, yeah, it might not be mainstream, but I don't even know where to say. It's free money. It's money. If it makes $1, if this business venture makes $1, go for it. And then you have the market there. Oculus is losing their grip, and you can just get right in there. Sony, you're a tech company, all right? You're not just a PlayStation company. You're a tech company. Get some tech and save us. We want more PlayStation. So, yeah, if he says, they say it's years away, whatever. I can wait 2 years for the PlayStation VR 2. I don't want to, but I would love 2022. They're talking about, oh, we got this wireless PlayStation VR 2. And guess what? It's got the graphics of the PlayStation 5. And we fixed tracking. And Skyrim's on it. I can't wait.
Well, it can't have Skyrim anymore, right?
You don't know. You don't know because Sony might buy Microsoft.
They're taking over. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I honestly, I was hoping for a PSVR 2 sooner rather than later. My PSVR headset it's on its last leg, and I was really hoping just to hold out for like a year and then get the upgraded version. But now I'm like, should I just buy a new PSVR headset once they have a new bundle to come out? Because one, I don't have the camera. Two, my headset really is about ready to die. 3, I can get another one of those sweet adapters. And then eventually when they come out with the new bundles, there are going to be some games I haven't played because some of the recent ones, since I haven't had a PS4, I'm missing out on. So that kind of has me somewhat bummed. I want an upgrade. You know, we've had the main one for a while. And then obviously something you love, you would hate to see a high-ranking official in the company be like, it's maybe years away. But one thing that is also coming up this year.
Oh, wait, I got a hypothetical for you, Adam.
Hit me.
What if in a couple of years they come out with a successor to the PSVR and It is a wireless PlayStation VR, but it is the same games as PSVR. So graphical quality, it is just a PSVR, but it's self-contained and it's wireless. So it's like Oculus Quest, but just PSVR.
Oh, easy. I mean, that's not even a question. I would pay $500 for it.
Just PSVR, all the old games, no analog sticks.
I mean, you're saying it's the same thing, just there's no wires and it's self-contained.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can go play Beat Saber out at the park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, there's so many games on there that I would play. Could you imagine? You could be running alongside Astrobot. Actually, you wouldn't know because you haven't finished the game. But to the top outside, oh my, I would lose it. Like, I would probably get mugged and made fun of and beaten. But
they can't mug you because you're gonna be on top of a building.
Yeah, you're right. I'll jump. I'll do it. I don't even care. And then that's perfect. Anyhow, really, I would pay. No, maybe I don't know. What would you pay? Is $500 too much?
Yeah, man. So I'm thinking like in 2 or 3 years, the PlayStation technology ought to be small enough to fit inside like a cell phone or something like that. This stuff moves quickly. So $500 sounds like a lot. I mean, the Oculus Quest itself is comparable to the PlayStation VR, and it's like $300.
I mean, I'm assuming you could still get new games on it when it comes out.
Maybe. Yeah. If they fix the controllers, then I'd think about it.
Could you imagine playing Farpoint with the aim controller and you're actually moving? I mean,
I could imagine myself tripping over all sorts of stuff.
Dude, I'm going to go out in a field in the freaking butt crack of Montana, and no one's going to know I'm even alive. I'm off to the mother effing grid, but I am blasted aliens to Timbuktu. Oh, it's so beautiful. Why would you even put that in my head? Here's the thing. Next topic, still VR related. Hitman 3 and No Man's Sky. Hitman 3 is coming out. No Man's Sky is getting that nice PS5 update, which I think is, first of all, incredible. It's a whole different discussion. But these, for the PSVR, are only compatible with the PS4 versions, not the PS5 version. So at first, I'm glad you calmed me down, Alex, because I alluded to this earlier. And when you told me that news, I was thinking, oh, crap, I have a PS5. I don't have a PS4. I'm not going to be able to play this in VR. F my life. It was a mistake to sell my PS4. And then you came up, and from your understanding, you can still play it on the PS5, but you can't buy the PS5 version, right?
No, so this is really weird, and I can't really wrap my mind around the logic of this. Here's the way it works. If you buy the PlayStation 5 version of Hitman 3, you got the PlayStation 5 version. You're done. That's it. You can't play the PlayStation 4 version. You can't play PlayStation VR. And it's going to be $70 or whatever. I don't know. Here's where it gets weird. You pay $40, pay 30 or $50, $60, whatever it is. Get the PlayStation 4 version of Hitman 3 or Hitman Trilogy, whatever it's going to be. You get a free upgrade to the PlayStation 5 version, free digital upgrade to the PlayStation 5 version. But you can also play the PlayStation 4 version on the disc on your PlayStation 5, and you can play PSVR. So you're paying like $60 or $50 for the PS4 and PS5 and PSVR version, or you can pay the $70 for just the PS5 version. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. And I mean, we don't even got to say it. No Man's Sky, everybody probably has that game now. That game was like $5. We gave it away. We gave away multiple copies, and they're still releasing updates for it. And it's still it's free upgrade to PS5. Who's going to go buy the PlayStation 5 version of this? You get the free upgrade. I don't know. I don't know how they're making money. I don't know why they're still making stuff for No Man's Sky. They should have just crapped this out in a No Man's Sky 2 by now. I don't know who's still buying it that doesn't already have it because it's been pennies for so long. But that's pretty awesome. But yeah, Adam, can you make sense of it at all? Am I missing some kind of detail here?
I mean, the only thought is if maybe the PS5 upgrade for the PS4 version comes later. So if you have a PS5 and you don't have VR, maybe you don't want to wait You want to play it, so you're going to spend the extra money knowing you can play the PS5 version right then. But still, yeah, it doesn't. The only way they would leverage that is if you bought the PS4 version and was like, there is no free upgrade. Because then if I'm sitting there and I'm like, dang it, I have this new freaking console and I have to buy a PS4 version of the game to play VR, or just say, screw it and play it in the best graphics. I don't know. That's a tough decision. Would that make me mad? They would make me do that. Yeah. But they would be making more money that way. So I don't know, man. I'm confused too.
I'm looking at the website now. Just went, so one thing that makes a bit more sense, they're the same price regardless. $60 for the PS5 version, $60 for the PS4 version. But then you scroll down to the bottom and it says, buy the digital PS4 version of Hitman 3 and download the PS5 version at no extra cost when it launches. So why would you wait and pay money for a PlayStation 5 version that's going to come later? None of this makes sense to me.
I don't know. I
wonder if there's something that people aren't telling us about PlayStation 5 versions. Like, you're getting an enhanced version of the PS4 version, but on PlayStation 5, you're getting like a real version.
So in the PS4 version, the DualSense probably doesn't work, right?
But then you can download the PlayStation 5 version and use the DualSense.
Is it immediate?
Sure.
There's no way it's immediate.
It says you're downloading a digital version of the PlayStation 5 game. I don't get it. I guess maybe this is just a big push for them to get people to buy, like people who are going to keep their PlayStation 4 for a while, and they're going to build up this library of PlayStation 5 games to incentivize them to move on to the next generation. I guess maybe that's the play right there is, I bought it for the PS4. I should just get a PS5. I don't know. Although I heard Sony loses money for every PlayStation 5 they sell because it's such advanced hardware that they're taking a loss every time they sell it. They're hoping to make more money off the games. Then it would kind of like, if you're still selling the game anyways, why would you incentivize people to buy this product that's causing you to lose money when you're already making money off the software anyways? It's just, it doesn't make any sense to me. I'll be interested to see how this stuff shakes out when the games launch and we got stuff like Assassin's Creed that's cross-generational, see what the differences are. I have a feeling somebody's going to buy the PS4 version, download a PlayStation 5 version, and find out it's extremely neutered or something like that. I don't understand. Adam, will you indulge me and let me go down this list of upgrades that No Man's Sky is receiving for the PlayStation 5?
I'm so confused, and why? I mean, they made such a good game. Make another game. Quit focusing on this one, but go ahead. They've released
so much. If you went back to No Man's Sky now, like maybe you hadn't played it since it got the VR component added. They've added so much stuff. They have a mode that's basically like, what's that scary game? Dead Space. You can find these abandoned ships that are haunted. Sounds awesome. For the PlayStation 5 version, they're adding haptic controls. They're taking the PS4 game and they're making the DualSense work for it. So it says, from the satisfying feeling of firing your bolt caster to the gentle nudge of a building part slotting into place into a space habitat, or the firm click of the trigger on your interstellar ship, haptic controls allow players to feel immersed in an alien world. See, I like that because they describe the things that you're going to be feeling with the haptic controller. That's exciting. They're going to have bigger worlds, of course, better details in the planet surfaces. They're going to have 32-player multiplayer. I don't even know 32 people, much less 32 people who play video games, much less 32 people who have a PlayStation 5 who's going to play it with me. Will you play with me? I guess you could. That's a game we can all play right when it comes out, right?
It is, but I'm more excited for the Tetris Effect multiplayer because we can just. I'm gonna hang dong. It's gonna be awesome.
Is that out yet? Is the update ready, or what's the deal?
We got an email from Enhance talking about it, so I'm assuming it is, but I don't have a PS5 to PS4 to check. So,
okay,
I don't know.
Let's see. There's a couple other things here. Warp speed, load times are increased. That's great. Base building is better. Okay, ultra visuals, 4K, 60 FPS. That's what I'm talking about. It says upgrading from PS4 to PS5. Not only will previous owners be able to upgrade their game to PS5 at no extra cost, but their progress can be carried across to their new console. So damn, they just keep adding more stuff to it. And of course, you could play the PSVR version, but it's got to be on the PS4 version of the game.
I mean,
pumped.
this is how you do an update
Yeah.
or an added content. It's free. It actually adds value to the game to make me want to play it more. It's not just a little 30-second DLC or 30-minute DLC I have to pay for. I mean, these are significant things: the haptic feedback, the multiplayer, the refresh rates. Still, I mean, this is big stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely impressed. Still kind of confused why they're still treating this game with such respect, but whatever. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it, man. You know what? I bet Sony threw some money at them. Sony throws a lot of money at these guys to make them keep working on these games. The thing is now, if the launch lineup wasn't already strong, like they had Demon Souls and Sackboy, all these awesome games, now they have an excellent launch title right there with No Man's Sky. In an era where we don't have really many pre-installed games, Astro's Playroom notwithstanding, with these upgrades, it's like we already have this insane library of pre-installed games that are getting enhanced for PS5. It's got me excited. But yeah, that's enough of No Man's Sky, Adam. Thank you for indulging me. We can move on to your next topic.
And speaking of, good launch titles, this blew my mind this week. We saw it has been a long time, maybe the introduction of PS5. We saw the trailer for Bugsnax. This whole time we've kind of been seeing a little more bits and pieces of this game. It caught people's hearts and attention because it just seemed so weird, and it was a very strange game. And so everyone thought it was going to be a launch title. This week they announced that it is going to be a free PlayStation Plus game in November, so that on November 12th, when the PS5 launches, you are able to download it for free, assuming you're a PlayStation Plus member. This blindsided me. It was a game that I was like, I'm willing to pay something, but if it was any more than $30, there was no way I was going to buy it. But for free, it surprised me. I'm psyched. I was pumped that it is a new game, a game that everyone was like, that's immediately a launch title. Were you surprised by this move? And is there anything to read into this, or is it just they want an awesome launch and this can just be part of achieving that?
It's like I just said. How much more are they going to add to this launch to make it like one of the best console launches of all time? Bugsnax, it's a weird game. People were excited about it because it was so weird. But like you said, are we going to pay $60 for it? I don't think so. I don't want to pay $60 for something that looks like it looks cute and it's quirky and it might have some interesting visuals and stuff, but it's not going to showcase the power on PlayStation 5. But I want to play it. I'd like to play it. It seems interesting. Bam. Put it on PlayStation Plus. This is the exact kind of game you want on PlayStation Plus. I don't want some old ass Call of Duty. I don't want some crusty Need for Speed Hot Pursuit that I didn't buy because I really just didn't want to play it. I want Bugsnax. I want games like Bugsnax. So it's perfect. It's just a great business move overall, because anybody who's getting a PlayStation 5 that doesn't have PlayStation Plus, they're going to look at PlayStation Plus and be like, oh, I could pay $60 and buy Bugsnax, or I can pay $60 and have PlayStation Plus for a year and have Bugsnax. It's cross-platform, so I guess it's going to be on PS4 too. It's just real smart, real nice. People are going to play the hell out of it now because it's free. And the best part is now I can play Bugsnax and then also play Godfall that's going to be coming out free, I think. They haven't announced it yet. They're waiting. They're waiting for the actual launch. I want people to be surprised because, PlayStation Plus, you always get 2 games. Game number 1, Bugsnax, and then it's going to have a big question mark. It's going to have a big question mark in the outline, and then you click it, and the question mark dissolves into the word. It turns sideways, and it says Godfall. That's exciting.
It's $70, yeah. So do you think this was their plan all along?
No.
No, because it confuses me. I would pay for a next-gen game if they said this was $20. I would have probably bought it. Anything less than $20, I definitely would have bought it. So I know a friend who he was like, oh, I'll just buy PlayStation Plus for 1 month, get the game, and then that's it. Like, why? Why not put $15 and then you'll, I don't know, make more money. Less people would play the game, but more people, you'd get more money probably. I don't know. It seemed odd, but I mean, I'm psyched by it.
Yeah, it's an excellent addition to the launch lineup of free games we're apparently playing. Games we're going to be able to play enhanced at no cost. Just beautiful. I wasn't super hyped about Bugsnax, but now I am. Just because I know I'm going to have it. So how am I not going to play it? Mm-hmm. How am I not going to be sitting there with my PlayStation 5 in the living room and my daughter sitting there saying, "Oh, what is this new toy?" How am I not going to put Bugsnax on there?
Yeah. So, but is this the thing that's going to replace me because it's bigger than I am? Yes.
Yes, this is the thing that will eat you if you don't watch out.
Don't put your finger near that disk drive. You're gone.
Yeah.
You know, here's the thing, Alex. I love free stuff. You know, free is awesome. I don't like paying for things. And there is another, although it will be delayed, there is another launch title that is going to be free, and it is Destruction All-Stars. Like I said, it's delayed until February, so they're still working through kinks and things of that nature, but it's going to be free on PlayStation Plus. That was also announced by Sony, which I think that, of all the moves, I think that's a very good one. I don't know anyone who is really psyched for this game. There just wasn't any gameplay shown. I think it's a game that's going to rely on multiplayer a lot. And if people aren't playing it, I don't see it being a success. This is a way to ensure that people are going to play it.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's a perfect game to make people to give away. Unfortunate that it's all the way to February. That feels an awful far ways away for a game that they were kind of already showing as like, this is your launch title. This is that Twitch game that people
I mean, I was able to pre-order it.
Yeah.
So, and that was what, a month ago max. So I don't know what, I mean, I guess games get delayed all the time, right? Look at Cyber. I guess maybe that's just the way it is.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, February seems like a stretch. Like, I could see it getting pushed back. Like Cyberpunk got pushed back a month.
Yeah.
Okay, do that a couple times. But to just automatically be like, okay, push it back 3 months. That seems like a lot.
Here's my theory. All right. Here's the theory. We got a pretty heated launch lineup. We got a lot of games coming out talking about Assassin's Creed and stuff. You know, Cyberpunk was supposed to be coming out then. I bet Sony was looking at the pre-orders coming in, and Destruction All-Stars wasn't getting too much attention. I bet they were thinking, this is a waste of effort. We're going to be going through crunch trying to finish up this game by launch, and nobody's going to buy it, and it's going to be a flop. Why don't we wait until the doldrums? Why don't we wait until after Christmas? The kids have played through their Spider-Man. They're just looking to get a new game. They got these gift cards burning holes in their pocket. And let's go release Destruction All-Stars later in February when it'll get more attention. More people will be interested in it. I think that's the move. I think they were close to being done. I think it could be a launch title, but they need to make more money off of it and strategically move.
But it's on PlayStation Plus. It's free.
Yeah, but they're not going to release it free. Like, even if they released it free in November, it's not going to get the attention. They need the optics on it. This is going to be their big competitive Twitch game they want people to play. They need optics on it. They need people looking at it. They need, when it comes out, suddenly get 1,000 people streaming it. There's going to be nobody streaming it when everybody wants to watch somebody streaming Bugsnax, and everybody wants to watch somebody streaming Astro's Playroom and Miles Morales and Demon Souls and Hitman 3 and all these games.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Regardless, another game that's going to be free, so I'm going to play the crap out of it. Pretty pumped for that. Some unfortunate news is that last week I talked about PlayStation. It was a company that was creating customized panels for your PS5. And I kind of delved into the fact that I was like, $40 seems kind of high. And then, just kind of talk about the options. We found out this week they got by Sony. So they had to change their name. So there were copyright and trademark infringements. I don't know the full gory details of it. I would have thought PlayStation was far enough. Apparently not. And then, although Sony provided the blueprints of their console, obviously, that they based their plates off of to ensure they fit, something there also Sony was not happy with. So they had to change their name. They're now like, what are they, customized plates or something like that?
Customize my plates, I think.
And I don't know. after looking at their Twitter, it seemed like maybe they were even like on the rocks of if they're even going to be able to make panels anymore. I don't know if you got a different feel there, Alex, but because they were asking like, what else can we customize for people that you would want? Do you know if they're still going to have the plates or if they just had to change their name and I don't know, maybe some small details?
Something tells me that Sony's planning on coming out with custom plates, and they're afraid this company is going to be coming along trying to get some of their market. I know you got to protect your IP. As somebody who's been sued, almost sued by an overly litigious name whore, my sympathies go out to PlayStation. It was a good idea, mostly because I also had the same idea, but I just didn't execute it. But I hope they can get off the ground. I don't know what else they're going to customize, unless you can get plates for like your charger, or your DualSense, or something like that.
Yeah, they're talking about skins for the controller that match the panels.
But people already make that, like this was going to be something new, and there's going to be something fresh. And they're I'm thinking that these people had nothing. They just had mock-ups of pictures. I don't think they had an actual product ready to roll. I don't know. Maybe they did, but feels like it's less likely to happen now. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for the small business getting squashed by the big man, but the big man's Sony, and I got to appreciate him.
I mean, first of all, you're right. I don't think they had started production, which, it's kind of tough spot, right? Like, what are they going to show? Just a panel? Like, you can't show the PS5 yet. They don't have one to actually like test it. And if they did, that means they're working hand in hand with Sony, which Sony didn't want. So their hands were kind of tied there. And then what did you think about the price? $40. Would you pay $40 for a new panel?
No, I'm the kind of guy that would see a panel that I was interested in at Goodwill for $5 and still be like, nah, I'd rather get some old beef jerky.
Yeah, that I talked about it last week on the podcast that I think obviously they were first, so they could have made whatever the heck they wanted. They could have said $70. They're the first ones.
Yeah, they would have got undercut though.
Yeah, they would have probably, but $40 I think was probably a competitive price. And my thought is now, I don't know what Sony's going to charge. I hope they don't charge that much. I would maybe have one set of different colored panels just to, maybe change it up or something. Like if I have a room, although my room is black and white, so it matches, not fully white, but like black and gray. So I don't know what I would really get, but I feel bad for them as well. It's kind of a disappointment. If you ordered from them, they're releasing full refunds via PayPal or however you paid. So that should be, it really does.
Here's what they got to do. Forget the plate idea. Turn these plates into accessories. Make it so that you have this plate that you clip onto the side of your PlayStation, and it has charge ports that run down to the USB plug of the PlayStation system itself. Things like that. Have one side of it be able to hold a couple game discs. Have something for you could set the camera on so it's not sitting on your TV all the time. Things like that. There is room to make good products here that people will buy. They just got to do it. Yeah, a plate that has a little slot for that media remote that you're going to lose.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
Plate station, call me. Customize my plates, call me.
Remote
Give me money.
station.
I got ideas for you.
Customize my remote.
Customize my remote holder.
That's right. That's okay. So Alex, last topic before we end for the night, you received all of your accessories. I believe you were going to do some unboxing videos or at least discuss with us, especially next week, but maybe in a YouTube video here or there this week of the accessories. So you got them all. Which one are you most excited to dive into? Obviously, you can't necessarily use them the full capacity, but to kind of play around with and learn a little more about.
Well, let me just show off the boxes here. See, I am a host of a PlayStation 5 podcast, which means when PlayStation 5 items come out, I'm not a dumb bitch. I actually get the items. It's in my HD camera, And if you just gonna be a stupid piece of crap, oh, here's my media remote right here. Like Adam, you're not gonna get anything. You can be sitting there, your coconut bra. Oh, here's a DualSense controller. It's like I'm actually playing a video game right now. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Oh, what if the batteries run out? I don't know. Maybe I'll just stick it on here and charge it, you dumb bitch, Adam. Come on, man. Come on, what are you doing? You got a PlayStation podcast. You're not doing a damn thing. What? I can't hear you. I don't have my headphones on, you idiot. So, no, which one am I most excited about? DualSense, of course. I want to see how it feels. I hear good things about how it feels. I don't think there's a way for me to get the haptics to work necessarily because, I mean, unless they work by default or there's some weird way I can do it on the PC. I guess in terms of actual functionality, you can use the headset. It says right here, this is kind of cool. It says right here on the side that it works with PlayStation VR and PlayStation 4, but it has to be wired to work with the PSVR. But that's cool because you need that wire to do the 3D audio. So yeah, it's got a little jack so you can do that. That is nice. 12 hours of audio play. That's great. So that's probably the one that I'm going to be using most likely here in the near future. And then, of course, I'll be dilly-dallying with the DualSense, trying to just get a feel for it, feel how sturdy it is. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's coming. It's coming. We're so freaking close to the PlayStation 5 coming out. And I got things that I can touch and hold and pretend that I'm playing. I'm basically, all those big-time streamers, they got a PlayStation 5. They're playing the games right now. They're playing Astro's Playroom. I'm basically a glorified little brother being handed the controller that's not plugged in, and I can watch them play the game on the internet, and I can hold the controller and pretend I'm playing the game. Do you ever do that to like your cousins or something like that? A little kid wanting to play a game with you, give them that unplugged controller, the busted Mad Catz controller, and say, "Oh, look, you're Mario. I'm playing the bad guys," and they catch on pretty quick that they're not at all.
Here's what I want: a picture of you this week where you are sitting there with your PSVR on your head, and not actually on, and you're using the DualSense, but there's no game. You're just sitting there pretending. You could fool your wife. She'd be like, "Oh, I'm not going to bother him. He's playing video games." But really, you're just sitting there.
Sleeping in that headset.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely jealous. I would like... Which one of the accessories are you most likely to sleep with?
Sleep with? The media remote, for sure. Thing's looking good.
I don't mean sexually, you pervert. I mean, which one are you going to put, like cuddle up like a teddy bear?
Media remote. Thing's looking good.
Oh my gosh, you're going to lose it in your crack, you sicko.
That's exactly how I play.
Where'd it go?
I thought you said not sexually.
Oh, it's in the San Andreas fault. Oh, in my butt. Okay, we want to thank you for listening to Play PS5 podcast. Guys, we are T-minus 13 days of launch. That is nuts. We've been waiting so long. We've had now 11 episodes just waiting for this. Episode 13 is going to be a big one because that's going to be the one that the PS5 is going to be out with. So we got all the news for PS5. If you want to stay up to date, both until launch and after launch, we are here. Subscribe to Play PS5, the podcast, and rate us wherever platform you are listening on. It helps us get our name out there, and really it helps us kind of figure out how we're doing. Listen, happy Halloween. Don't play with yourself. Play PS5.